Shalom. First and foremost, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call William La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Chakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to all the fellow laborers of the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And I just gotta say, good shit, Joe. Good shit, man. Keep up the good work, man. All right, you're doing what your globalist masters is telling you. All right, and they're using this puppet, this old senile, dementia-ridden pervert. They're using him to apply more pressure to these comfortable ass Babylonians, and that's good. All right. Hey, I applaud Joe, man. He's doing his thing, man. And these people are mad. All right, all these people that believed in this devil, that voted for him, that believe in this damn system, especially Jake. Jake looking dumbfounded right now. All right. Jake thinking that he was gonna get in there and have your best interests. But instead, he's doing exactly what the globalists need him to do. And that's run Babylon's economy into the ground. All right. So now what you got going on? You got inflation. So you got the food prices going up. You got now the gas going up thanks to this devil not wanting to be a keeper at home. He wants to rule over in Russia's backyard. And now with that conflict increasing, it's hurting everybody. It's hurting the market, it's hurting the gas prices. And now, he's announcing the ban on Russian oil and natural gas and coal imports. This is all in retaliation for what's happening with Ukraine, you know? And it's not like America doesn't have its own oil reserves that it can't produce its own oil. America is sitting on oil. They can do drilling. They can be independent when it comes to oil. But how this devil works is, I want to spend Red's money. You know, we we want it on the other side. That's how this devil get down. So now people are feeling the effects of it, and they ain't feeling it. So people are disappointed. They're displeased. They're voicing their frustration all on social media, all on Twitter. Jake talking about, I wish I never voted for this motherfucker. Good, hey, good for you, man. Now you know what it's like to when you because the scriptures say, was that Isaiah the 30th chapter? Let me go to it real quick. This is what you get when you trust in oppression. This is what you got to deal with. Let me wait for this to here we go. Let's go to Isaiah 30 and verse 12. That's what you Jakes get, man. All right, he's doing what he's supposed to do. All right, he's not he was not what you thought he was. None of these presidents are what you think they are, man. All right? You think that when you vote that you believe that you really in control when you ain't. I got news flash for you. Your presidents are not elected, they're selected. In case you didn't know. All right, and we told you from the beginning what they would do, what they would have this devil do. All right. So this is Isaiah 30 and 12. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise his word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant." All right. This is for those of you that trusted in your oppressor. All right. We have no king but Caesar. You niggas. You was out there celebrating. You was out there crying tears of joy. And now look. So now you feel it in your pockets. Um, he fooled on that promise to forgive your student debt, the student debt loans. All right, how's that coming along for y'all? Right? He just slapped you in the face because with that conflict with Ukraine, he wants to send billions of dollars to help aid the Ukrainians. Meanwhile, you over here catching total hell. The prices on your meat now, wheat is finna go up. All your wheat products, your pancakes, your wheat bread, your pastas, that's finna go up. So hey, Sleepy Joe, keep doing your thing, homie. All right, all right, and now this is the latest thing. Now he's calling for everybody to go back to the office. He's ending remote work for all people that work in the office. Right in the time of the gas prices surging. So now you got to commute back to work, which that's going to be costly because now every day you got to go back to work. If your job was 15, 20, 30 miles away from home, it's finna now you finna feel the effects. When at least when you were still working from home, you was able to subsidize your gas prices, man. So these people they finna get upset, they finna get angry, all right? But hey, this is you know when you trust in the devil, this is what happens, man. All right, let me get Proverbs. I think it's in Proverbs 25 and 19. Yeah, it says confidence in an unfaithful man in a time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. All right. So y'all gotta feel that. And basically the elites are using them to apply that pressure. And you being pressed right now because you've been comfortable. The Lord's taking away that mirth from you, you comfortable as Babylonians, man. And it's only gonna get worse. So anyway, let's listen to this video right here. All right, he's pretty much, going into it, and these people are pissed. All right. So let's listen real quick.
And made a plea for companies to put an end to remote work. We got to bring people back to the office. In fact, here is some of his address. Take a look.
Because of the progress we've made in fighting COVID, Americans can not only get back to work, but they can go to the office and safely fill our great downtown cities again and gaining more commerce. With 75% of adult Americans fully vaccinated and hospitalizations down by 77%, most Americans can remove their mask, return to work, and move forward safely.
So, look, that's not the only time Biden has been calling for people to return to the office. It's at least the second time he had actually talked about this during his State of the Union address. So now here's the thing. I don't agree with that. I think it's a bad idea. Why? Well, it's because right now, work is changing. A lot of workers are doing remote work from home. They like doing remote work. They're just as productive doing remote work. And so the whole idea of pushing people to get back into the office in person is ridiculous. It just doesn't make
There's because you got used to just being at home, being comfortable, and yeah, it's a little easier. You get to get up and go to the bathroom when you want to. You know, you ain't got to really go out and buy lunch and spend money at the vendors or the food trucks. You just go right to your kitchen and get you something to eat. If you got children, you got to deal with childcare. If you got them at home, you can go and check on your child. Yeah, I get it, but he like, no, you can go back to the office because we know that these different companies that own these buildings, you know, it actually costs to keep renovating those buildings to keep the business there, you know. But at the same time, it is cheaper if you ain't really got the building and you got your employees working at home. But hey, this is where the the division comes. The scriptures talk about, when a kingdom is divided, it cannot stand. That was Yahweh Shai that said that. A nation divided cannot stand. All right, but have an end. So people are picking sides. Biden is losing his approval rate. They're like, this guy, it's the dementia kicking all the way in. No, he just, I mean, yeah, he is seen now like a motherfucker, but really he's a puppet. He's doing what the globalists want him to do. His whole job is to him, along with the other, um, puppet leaders all across the world. Their job is to help to tank the global economy. All right, we're in the midst of a transition. Because while this is happening, while your inflation is continuously increasing, and the prices of everything is increasing, um, your metals are the price of metals is increasing, the value is going up on the metals. But while that's happening, he's signing executives on how to handle crypto, all cryptocurrencies, man. He literally just signed that, an executive order on the handling of cryptocurrencies, and they're discussing of bringing in the central bank digital currencies, the CBDCs, because we know what this is going into. This is the usher in the MOTV system. This is what they're getting ready for. This is what they're determined to do. Your president is not the chief executive for your well-being, for your benefit. No, they're the chief executive slave master to do the beating of the elite, what the elite want to do, which is to exercise more control over the masses, to maintain their power over you. And this whole thing with Ukraine and Russia is all funneled by the globalists, by the elite, the Rothschilds. They don't want no nation to be sovereign. They want everything to be up under them, under their control. That's what Habakkuk the second chapter is all about. Him trying to heap to himself all people. All right, and accumulate all the world's natural resources to himself. And that's why these nations are beginning to resent this devil, man. So let's we'll listen a little more, and then we'll get some more scriptures. Keep up the good work, Biden. Keep it up, man. Before you know it, the pressure is gonna, you know, burst, and these people are gonna, they're gonna lose it. Y'all thought it was all good because they said to take the mask off. No, we at the next phase now.
Make any sense? In fact, I said that he pushed this during the State of the Union. Here's what he said again. Same line. It's time for America to get back to work and fill our great downtowns again with people. People working from home can feel safe and begin to return to their offices. But again, they don't want to. Why the push to get people back to work when you have gas in some places $4, over $4 a gallon, in some places even higher, $5 a gallon? Why do that? And by the way, we don't have childcare either. Why do that when you can work from home? And by the way, these are the people that are already working from home. It doesn't make sense. Now, of course, I'm going to give you some of the reasons, but let's go through some polling here because Biden is not taking the majority position. In fact, Pew researchers, there's a poll out from Pew, they said that they found that 60% of workers with jobs that can be done from home, they would prefer to work from home. Or most of the time when the pandemic is over, because it's still not over, if given the choice. That's up from 54% in 2020. 42% cited the fear of exposure to COVID-19 and the workplace as a reason why. But the biggest reason cited by respondents is that they just, and by the way, this is 76% saying we just like working from home. There's a lot of benefits here. For one, we don't have to commute. Secondly, we can spend more time with our families doing personal things. And the time that we save from doing the commute, we save money from gas prices. And so, plus we can get up and we can get a snack when we want. As long as we are productive and do our jobs, yes, we'd rather stay at home. And that makes sense.
These people, man, they want to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable, man. All right? It's not going to be comfortable. The Lord's going to take away that mirth. It tells you that the mirth of the land is going to be gone. You people ain't going to be comfortable like that. Actually, let me real quick. This is a good one, but there was another one I want to look for, where say would take away thy mirth. Real quick. Let me see. Salakia. Let me just type in mirth. There's a couple of them. Jeremiah 16:9. This applies to Israel. It says, Jeremiah 16:9. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness. Instead, you're going to hear the voice of, disapproval. It tells you that in 2nd Esdras 9, when you shall see uproars of the people and earthquakes in diverse places. Instead of the voice of mirth and gladness, you're going to hear the uproars of the people. People ain't happy. All right. Because, hey, like it says in Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people groan, the people mourn. And that's what you see in the people. They're groaning. They're complaining because their leader, their puppet, who they put their trust in, is running their country into the ground economically. And people are beginning to feel those effects, man. No student loan forgiveness, soaring prices at the pump. Now you got to go to work, so you're forced to pay more money to commute to work every single day. That's taken from their pockets, man. You think they're gonna pay for that? No, they not gonna pay for that. The money that they could use to pay for that, they're gonna aid it over there to Ukraine. So that shows you that they're not here to please the people. They're here to do the bidding of the cabal globalists. All right, they're elitist globalists. It says the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. Okay, Jeremiah 25:10. Moreover, I will take from the voice of mirth. It's like I would take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, the sound of millstones and the light of the candle. You see? And then that's gonna hurt the trucking industry because that's gonna the soaring gas prices, that's gonna affect these truckers because they gotta basically pay for their fuel out of their pocket. And then this thing keep escalating. Russia's saying, hey, y'all keep fucking around, you're gonna be looking at $200 a barrel. So we could see damn near $10 a gallon at the pump. And it's already damn near 7 in California right now. So expect for there to be, more uproars here in Babylon. This is what this is what you wanted. You Jakes out there. This is what you wanted, man. And now you're getting it. All right. So let me get a real quick Sirach 10. Because this devil, he ain't in touch with you people. He can care less. All right, Sirach 10 and verse 3, it says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. But right now he got set over it the bases of men, you know, a cruel Lord that's going to continue to apply that pressure, man. Because hey, we in the time of troubles, this great distress. Let's go to Mark 13 real quick. You're gonna continue to tighten that squeeze. It's Mark 13 and yeah, Mark 13 and I'll start at 7. Salakia says, and when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Russia, Ukraine, all right, other countries, getting involved. NATO trying to use Ukraine against Russia, and even what's going on with that is even fueling the discussion of people in the NATO possibly leaving. And one of the brothers in my camp actually showed he actually posted a article from the Global Times, and basically the headlines reads Russia Ukraine conflict spurs more sentiment in France to leave NATO. Hey, that's kingdom divided, man. The prophecies say that they would be partially divided, because we understand that these European countries, despite the conflict with Russia, they still they still depend upon Russian gas, man. They still depend upon the petroleum produced from Russia. But Babylon is making it hard for them because we want to spend Red's money, you know. So you got to feel the pressure now. Everybody gotta suffer. All right. So this is an unwise king. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines, shortages." All right, shortages of bread, food. That's going to lead to further tribulation and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. And when you look up troubles, the Greek word is see what that say. Terake.
Strong's G 5016. Tarache.
And it says disturbance, commotion, metaphorically a tumult, sedition. All right, and basically the scriptures talk about there's going to be sedition among men and invading one another. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. It's going to get to that point when people can no longer afford, to live. More and more people become impoverished because everything is becoming not affordable. That's where it's going to get, man. It's going to be a sedition among men. The course of their action shall stand in their power, man. They're going to have swords in their hands. A lot of these patriotic Edomites, they've been preparing for that. That's why they've been buying up all those guns and all the ammunition in them gun stores. Because they preparing, man. They already know. You Jakes, you just you got your head in the sand. You never paying attention. And that's why it's gonna come upon you, on a sudden. It's gonna come upon you like a thief. All right, but these days are ahead, man. So y'all, hey, y'all finna feel it, man. And these Americans, these snobby ass, spoiled ass Americans that's used to comfort, now that they starting to get that comfort taken from them. And you ain't gonna do nothing but continue to complain on Twitter and on social media. But what are you gonna do about it? Well, this devil ain't done. He gonna continue to apply that pressure until you do start going out there and wilding out. But we already told you, all right. And as far as that crypto order, let me real quick. Let me just type this in real quick. Yep, I'm gonna go right here. Biden to sign executive order on the crypto. Biden to sign crypto order as firms face sanctions pressure. Our government wide plan poised to be announced this week. National security regulation to be focus of executive order. So this is where his mind is at. All right, it says President Joe Biden is set to sign an executive order this week that will outline the U.S. government strategy for cryptocurrencies, according to people familiar with the administration's plans. The order will direct federal agencies to examine potential regulatory changes as well as the national security and economic impact of digital assets, said the people, who asked not to be named discussing the deliberations. The White House's approach to crypto has attracted fresh attention in recent weeks after the U.S. and its allies levied sanctions on Russia, prompting concerns that organizations and individuals could use crypto to evade the restrictions. This is all designed, man, showing you that this was already planned out. This is what the bankers wanted, man. Using that whole conflict, which is clearly a staged war. You seeing these people exaggerating what's going on with the Russians, and the narrative that the Russians are having a hard time, when we know in just a matter of a couple of days they would have been able to wipe them out if they wanted to. You got the reporters with the crisis actors in the background. You had a scene where these bodies were laid out in body bags, but they forgot, one of them forgot to get into character, and you saw one of the dead bodies basically move and get up and then cover itself right back up under the bag. So clearly, this is all being set up just so that they can tank the economy, the global economy. That's what they want to do. So you're gonna feel the pressure, all right, and things are gonna get bad, but then they're gonna have a solution for you. Everything is going digital, so let's all transition. All right, let's say she get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices, man. That's why you got to continuously watch this devil. It says, the Biden administration is under pressure to play more of a coordinating role in Washington's approach to the asset class as industry executives bemoan what they say is a lack of clarity on rules. The executive order, which has been in the works since last year, will require federal agencies across the government to report later this year what they're doing regarding digital tokens. Bloomberg News has reported the plan is expected to begin carving out roles for agencies across across the government, from the State Department to the Commerce Department. Now, we already know what the end result is going to be. That's what it's going to be. All right. The next time this devil offers aid to the people, which will really it'll be a UBI based setup, is going to be digital. You're not going to get checks anymore. You got to get it on the new central bank currency, which is digital. All right, which is basically valued nothingness because it ain't backed by nothing. It's just numbers that they can control through the computer, through the digital database system now. There's now real money, but that's where they finna transition you, and they're gonna have full control over that. So hey, Sleepy Joe, good job, homeboy. Good job, man. Keep it up. Keep up the mighty work, man. And as for you, Jakes, man, hey, it is what it is. All right, because you trust in oppression and perverseness and stayed thereon. All right, this is what you get, man. That's why we're gonna us in returning back to the knowledge of truth. This is who we put our trust in. Let's go to Isaiah 10 and 20. Isaiah 10 verse 20 says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay," meaning to trust, "upon him that smote them, that oppressed them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth." And that's who we put our trust in, man. And we know that the Lord's going to take care of us in these troublous times. Okay, the Lord's going to feed his servants. He said, "My servants shall eat." It says, "The remnant shall return, even a remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power." We getting ready to face serious times, man. And there's a certain mindset that you got to have. We getting ready to go into the time of the Passover. So there's definitely a mindset that you have to have entering into this period, because all things can pop off. All right, the Lord is not going to play around, man. He's searching Jerusalem with candles. All right, he's going through the midst of Jerusalem, and a lot of the unworthy, you're gonna get tossed out, man. The Lord's going to get rid of all leaven, and this is the worst time for you to fall out, man. So we definitely gotta be locked in, be on point. All right, deal justly, with your brothers. Any impurities, any leaven, cast that out, man. And that's why the spirit of exhortation is going out. All right, so let's stay circumspect. Let's get Ephesians 5:15. And it says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." And this devil, man, he's hey, the devil's coming down with great wrath, because if that he had but a short time. So he's finna push, and he's gonna push hard. So us on the right hand side, we gotta push hard too. All right. So anyway, I just want to do a lesson on this. You see that these Edomites and even Jake, they mad, but it's only the beginning of it, man. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.